friends, best friends, new friends, old friends, friendships between men and women. Is it possible? Online friends. Is it the same thing? We're going to talk about friendship and we're going to take our vocabulary to the next level. Repeat the words after me, adapt the examples so they fit your reality. Make all this English yours. I want you to speak a lot of English with me throughout this lesson, okay? If you're studying silence, you're studying wrong, period. Let's go. I'm going to share screen and we're going to talk about friendships, but we're going to, as I said, talk about it in a much more interesting way. We want friends, for example, because we need a bond. A bond is a connection, right? I remember we had a very strong bond. My brother and I have a very strong bond. This is a very interesting word, a bond, because we trust each other. You need someone you can trust. You need someone you can trust. Do you trust your friends? Who don't you trust? Is there anyone who is part of this social circle of yours that you don't really trust? Let's try to use this word, trust, okay? And you need loyalty. People cannot betray your trust. Do you see how this vocab connects? People cannot betray your trust. Let me change this spacing here. Good. All right. So loyalty is essential in a true friendship. Okay. Your friends may never betray your trust. We need loyalty. Okay. Like I said earlier, we also have a social circle. O seu círculo social. Okay. Your social circle. My social circle is getting smaller as I grow older. I think this is normal. Our social circle gets smaller as we grow older. When I was a teenager, I had dozens and dozens of friends, right? So social circle. And some people, when it comes to friendship, they have toxic behavior. Do you know anyone who has toxic behavior? Okay. This is toxic behavior, or she had some pretty toxic behavior. We all know someone who is toxic. Repeat these examples with me. Adapt them. Who do you know that is very toxic? Okay. When it comes to our friends and our friendships, we can use words like vulnerability. Okay? Our vulnerability, our empathy, a nossa vulnerabilidade, a nossa empatia, okay? Showing our vulnerabilities can be difficult. People don't always have empathy. Good? Repeat out loud. Use these words. Make them yours. Now, we have some expressions, okay? Like red flags. Some friendships have red flags. What is a big red flag? What is a big red flag in a friendship? People who don't allow you to go out without them, for example. You know, those friends that get really mad if you go out and you don't invite them. So you feel forced to invite them. That's a red flag. All right. And people might be ghosting you. Do you know this expression? To ghost someone? Have you ever heard this? Oh, ghost can be fantasma. Noun. Let's find the verb. Oh.
Ghost. Ghost.
To end a relationship with someone suddenly by stopping all communication with them. É quando você some, quando você dá gelo, quando você desaparece da vida da pessoa. To ghost. Should I message her back or just to ghost? Have you ever ghosted? Have you ever ghosted anyone? Have you ever simply disappeared from someone's life? Have you ever ghosted anyone? Okay. So here we have some interesting vocabulary related to friendship. And we're going to move on to some expressions. But before we do that, I want you to use your creativity with me. Take a look at these pictures here. What forms of friendship do they represent? Which pictures do you identify with? You know, which experiences have you had? What language comes to your mind when you see these photos in front of you? Do you think of childhood? Do you think of little girl, little boy, maybe neighbors or your cousin? Okay. And do you ever have online chats with your friends? Right? Do you ever video call each other? What is that like? What do you talk about? Okay. Sometimes I do that with some friends of mine. What about going camping? What language comes to mind? What memories come to mind? Have you ever gone camping with friends? And tell me out loud, how was it? Tell me in the comments below. Activate this language. This is how you're going to speak better. This is how you reach fluency. And this is what my students are going to do in class live while I listen to them and take notes to give them feedback so we can learn and practice and improve our speaking skills. Okay? So images are always a nice resource. Let's talk about now let's discuss some useful expressions, okay? We've drifted apart. We have seen this word here before. A gente só se afastou. We drifted apart, okay? Do you know anyone that fits this example? We just drifted apart. They're always there for me. My family is always there for me. My best friend is always there for me. So you say the name of the person. Felipe is always there for me. Okay? Good times and bad times. He's always there for me. We clicked instantly. That happens to me, and it has happened a couple of times. So you meet someone and you start talking to the person and you click. A gente simplesmente se deu bem de cara. A gente já se gostou logo de cara. We clicked instantly. Okay? I can be myself around them. I don't have to lie. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to act out. I can be myself. Can you be yourself around your friends? Okay. Do you feel that your wife can be herself among her friends? Do you feel like her husband can be himself around his friends? Would you be able to make these adaptations? I feel I can be myself around my friends. Okay. We've grown apart, very, very similar to we drifted apart. Okay. We've grown apart. Same message. I had to cut them off. I had to cut them off. Some relationships are toxic. You got to cut them off. I had to cut her off. I had to cut him off. Okay? They bring out the best in me. They bring out the worst in me. Who brings out the best in you? Who brings out the worst in you? Use this language. Activate this language. Okay? This is some pretty nice expressions. And what are some questions related to friendship that we could discuss? Oh, these are statements, são afirmações. And I'm going to ask my students in class, do you agree or disagree? It's harder to make friends as an adult. Yes or no? Why? Build your argument. Few friendships should last forever. Poucas amizades devem durar para sempre. I agree with this. Why? Can you give an example? What is a friendship that you have today that you think might last forever? I have a couple, but very few. You can be best friends with someone you've never met in person. Can you be best friends with someone you've only met online? Is it possible? Do you have to see the person in person, face to face? Social media has made a real friendship harder. Is it true? What is real friendship? I don't think I agree with this one. It's okay to end friendship that doesn't make you feel good. Ooh. Why? Doesn't make you feel good about what? About being a jerk? Imagine you are an idiot and you have one good friend who is trying to tell you that you were being an idiot. Maybe you need this friendship, right? So think about this. Do you agree? You disagree? Why? Build your arguments. Activate this language. This is how we reach fluency. Okay? What about phrasal verbs related to friendship? Always, like whenever you're studying vocabulary, phrasal verbs, group them. Don't try to, for example, Instead of studying 5 phrasal verbs with take, and you use them in different contexts, try to find 5 phrasal verbs related to friendship. And then you practice using these phrasal verbs while you were talking about your friends, friendship, childhood friendship, online friendship. This is better for your brain to retain information because it's connected to a topic, to a discussion, okay? Now, reach out to someone. I reached out to an old friend. I contacted. Get along with. We get along really well. I get along with her really well. We have a very good relationship. A gente se dá bem. He drifted apart after college. We drifted apart after school. Catch up with. We caught up last week over coffee. That's a very nice expression, over coffee. Então, a gente saiu para tomar café e para bater papo, para se atualizar. We caught up. To catch up is like to update each other. And I can open up to her about anything. I can open up to her about anything. Worry about your prepositions here. I can open up to my mom about anything. I can open up to my husband about anything. I can open up to my friends about anything. Adapt the sentences. Okay? Repeat after me. Good? Make sure you are producing language orally, out loud, as we go. I will see you in class. Bye-bye.